were there any big adjustments at halftime today?
Not really, just kind of come up with the coverage, just make sure we can stop the quick game. It really, in the quads, was going 3 outs, and we kind of play a little different coverage in the second half just to shut that down. And I thought we played well in the second, good 6 points in the second half. Really compared to what we were. But we knew going in, it takes a half to get used to just playing a fast offense. If we could just take the touchdown back just before halftime, I think it might be a different ball game. Outcome could be the same, but I felt coming in, we'll walk in the locker room, so momentum, we had just scored, and you come back in the second half and kind of figure out what they were doing offensively and go from there.
Okay, Larry, as Devin's position coach as well, was it tough? He was almost like a wounded animal out there playing in his last game, and he obviously wasn't 100%. Was it tough for you to see him try and play, but you know it's not the same guy you saw in October?
Okay. Yeah, I think that is tough for a guy who was such a war daddy, you know, in the sense of where you are, and I have to see him be humble a little bit. He wanted to go so bad, you know, you just had to say, okay. And then he got to the point where he knew that his foot was bottom, he couldn't really push off and kind of bow out, and that's kind of player he is. But it's unfortunate he ended his year the way he played early in the season, not get a chance to finish strong. You know, I mean, that's the thing about him.
What would you say he was? I mean, I think Tom said he might have been 50%. Is that pretty close to accurate, or do you think he was closer to?
I think he was close. He started, when he warmed up, I thought he was about 90% when he warmed up.
Right.
He started running around pre-warm, he looked pretty good, and then he got stiff as we started playing it, and he said, Coach, I only can play one side of the ball. I can push off with my left foot. And I said, good, let's try it. Because, you know, he suggested, hey, I want to play, and that's what he did. And so, you know, unfortunately, he didn't play it. I would say about 70%. I'd say about 70%.
Thanks.
Were you able to get the substitutions, defensive substitutions that you wanted to today?
Yeah, we did. We didn't get no delay of games, and we didn't get any illegal substitutions. And we play a lot of guys, which was really good. Elijah did a good job of substituting those guys in for me. And we knew we had a plan going in how we were going to do it, and we thought we got a lot of guys in the game today. Yep.
Can you speak to the uniqueness of the longevity of this staff as a whole? That kind of a situation, regardless of what happens next year moving forward.
Anytime you have a longevity in the staff, you have stability, and you know that. You know, the fact that you have guys going to be there, and people are going to be there, the families are going to be there, so it makes it a little easier knowing that a coach is going to be there, because we haven't had a lot of changeover in coaching staff. So that stability is really critical, you know, to recruiting, to coaching, and the whole 9 yards. And now it's different, but you know that's the way it's going to be.
But how unique do you think that's been just for Penn State, I mean, as opposed to everywhere else? Because I mean, there's not a lot of programs have the same.
I think it's been a bonus. It really to be at one place for so long, and so many coaches so long in one place. It's an honor to Joe to do that, and the fact that everybody there, you get there and don't want to leave, because it is home. And so that's the neat thing about Penn State.
When do you